Only reason why my life is the book of Revelation is about my life is because of the single most important act of faith that is world renowned and known to mankind. And that's the crucifixion of Lord Jesus Christ of Nazareth, right? He could have, like Alan said, he could have left. He had dinner with his friends and family, his wife and friends, and his other believers. The day before he went and was publicly judged and crucified because he went in contrast to the Republic and philanthropy. Yeah. Yeah. So it's, you sit there and you look at it, and then, so I wouldn't been able to, I talked to him about that in Sierra Vista. You got to do this. You're the shining light of, you're the one that everybody, no one would be paying attention to my life, and there wouldn't be a book of Revelation if you don't go get crucified tomorrow. You don't go get crucified. That was horrible to have to tell him because he's one of the most beautiful men in the world. But he sat there and told me, I was working on that meat cart, and said, "You got to do this, Earl." But Jesus, I didn't do nothing wrong. Jesus, I'm a really good kid. I'm a really good person, Jesus. I'm the most faithful, trustworthy, kind, protecting, loving person in the whole world, Jesus. This is me, Jesus. So I was like, yeah, it sucked. There's so many things that I wanted to do that I couldn't do. And I had like a governor on my body, I didn't realize, you don't realize how physically gifted, how intelligent you are. You don't realize when you don't compare yourself to other people and you're not narcissistic and selfish and competitive. And competitive people are exceedingly insecure, man. Oh, fuck yeah. If they're not one of the greatest things in the world, they got to reevaluate what they're doing wrong. Like, you're an egomaniac. You start from there. That might be much you're doing wrong. Okay, Elon Musk? It's your ego. That's the problem. What are you doing wrong? Donald Trump, what am I doing wrong? Well, first of all, you talk. But secondly, you don't think before you speak. You have to, you can't really think. You have to look at what's the single most, substantial act in human event in the history of the world is the act of Jesus going to be crucified so he could be the light on the value of life, the light on sanity. So we no longer have Caesar commercials with Love Them Back and ESPN Live and live stream and live or live whatever. And, all this garbage on TV, all these dumb egomaniacs. It's like, seriously? Okay. I had no idea that you're winning a golf tournament for millions of dollars was more substantial than Jesus going to Calvary and then me proving it the most valid thoughts, words, and actions in the history of the world. And turning down $2 million a month from the Temple of Satan Illuminati here on Facebook. On my own timeline, yeah. That last time, man, the first time the military contacted me on Messenger when I commanded them to do what I said. And they were like, they do that all the time. I told the people online to do the stuff that they did with the revamped, but they did it. They were going to give it to me, but with the Temple Set Illuminati, no. No. Okay. Okay. None of this. No. No hand signs. Nope. Lord's Prayer. We'll still be able to take that old football game and make fun football games out of it that are really enjoyable, and which think we're being creative. We can take it and invent and make it as fun as we want. But there will be no hand signs and ooh and crawling around on the ground and all that crazy shit and talking, acting like a person who has no couth, right? And so, we can do that. We can go and fix everything. It's like, Cruella de Vil at your address. We just fixed it, right? And so it's just like that, So we don't need you. I always kept telling the scientists this. It's like, we really don't need you. We have your science projects. And once your science projects become more like me and Jesus and less like you, and we can use science projects to protect us from people like you, but have the science project act more like me and Jesus than you, we don't need you anymore. You know, especially when we do the coding thing. It's, okay, so it's public domain, so there's not all those, it's mine and you have to pay me money for it. So once forgive debt and trespass is gone, you're gone too. No more influence, no more brain chemical addiction, no more listening to Donald Trump talk incessively, no more talking to Joe Biden talking incoherently, no more listening to Kamala Harris talk cockily like Barack Obama. No more. No more till in your dark eyes shine. Oh, how I wished I'd never caused you sorrow. Don't you love that song? I like that song. It's one of my favorites. I got that on the MP3. Well, they had the soundtrack to the soundtrack. The songs are better on the soundtrack, so I went and got the soundtrack off YouTube. It had No More on there and Kukuipo, and yeah, I downloaded them all, man. I was like, I love the songs on that movie. That's one of my favorite soundtracks is Blue Hawaii. Yeah. I didn't put on the Step It Out of Line and the I'm a Kissing Cousin. I should probably go back and check that out. To a ripe pineapple, I'm in the can. I didn't like those ones as much. My favorites are Kuipo and No More, and of course, you know, Wise Men Say. But I already had that from another album. But what other? Rock-a-hula, rock, my baby, rock. Rock-a-hula, rock. Yeah, that's a good one, too. Rock-a-hula-loo. No, that's good. It's a good soundtrack. Yeah, it's Elvis, man. Elvis is good, yo. But, Shelby Henry. Elvis Presley was one of his favorite singers. Yeah, yep. Shelby Henry, like Elvis was, yeah, he'd tell you, you would not argue with him. It was like Niagara Falls. He was part black, and he loves us, and in the ghetto, and you just didn't argue. Shelby's okay. Chuck D would have got his ass kicked. Chuck D would have looked like a jigsaw puzzle with a couple pieces gone. If he had come up and said the shit to Shelby's face that he said this raps about, oh no, Shelby would kicked his ass. He'd been like, what? Slowly I turn. Niagara, don't say Niagara Falls. I mean, he'd have kicked Chuck D's ass all over the. Oh hell no! He would not mess with Shelby Henry. Oh no, Shelby knocked his ass the fuck clean out. You're like, Shelby, what's wrong with Chuck D? You, maybe if you pick up all his pieces and put them in a glass of milk and take them to the dentist. You don't know Patrick's grandpa. Ooh, Lord. Yeah. I didn't argue. I just, okay. I did not know that. Well, thanks for telling me that. You know, that's how I was. I was very intelligent, you know. And I learned not to say the two things that you didn't bring up, you know, unless he brought it up. Houston Oilers and, you know, talk bad about Elvis Presley. No. He loves, and his mama cried. There's one thing that she don't need is another hungry mouth to feed in the ghetto. People, don't you understand? A child needs a helping hand, or he'll grow to be an angry young man one day. Take a look at you and me. Are we too blind to see? Or do we simply turn our heads and look the other way while the world turns? You see why he like Elvis so much? Not to mention you got Suspicious Minds. That's one of my favorite. Kentucky Rain. That song. I got that on me. I gotta find it. I think it's supposed to be. I think it'll go on me MP3 player. Kentucky rain keeps falling down, another hedge, another town as I go walking through with the rain in my shoe, searching for you in the cold Kentucky. It's the only guy could sing good on SingStar. No, I take that back. Darius Rucker, Ray Charles, and Elvis Presley. Yeah, I get like in the 99th percentile on those three. I only want to be with you. I'm such a baby. The dolphins make me cry. I could do him. And, oh, woman, you're the meanest thing. You're the meanest thing I've ever done sing. I guess if you say so. I have to take my things and go. That's right. And my daughters would sing, that's right. Hit the road, Jack. You come back no more, no more. Right. What you say? Right. So, yeah, those were my three go-tos on SingStar. Elvis, Ray Charles, and Darius Rucker. And that ain't too bad. I thought I could do Michael from but you can't. His cadence is hard to do. Everybody heard something. I thought that should be easy. He has no voice whatsoever. He's like a modern day Bob Dylan and shit. So, should be easy to do him, right? Nah, it turned out terrible. It's like, okay, put Elvis back on. I can do Elvis. All right, I can't do Michael's Nervous and the Lights Are Bright. There's something going on that's not quite. Firehouse! I mean, I thought I'd be able to do that pretty fucking easy, right? Oddfellows, Local, 151, be I love! Thought to myself, I could do REM. Everybody could do REM. That shit's easy, yo. You just have to sound kind of annoying and obnoxious, and then just start singing. Yeah. Hey, kids, rock and roll. Nobody tells you where to go, baby. Right? So... What if I run? What if I walk? I like REM. Yeah. They're one of my favorite college bands when I was in college. Oh yeah. Finest Works Document, very good album. Yeah, it's an excellent album. Yep. Radio Free Europe. Yep. Orange Crush. Follow me. Don't stand in the place where you work. Now face west. Think about direction. Wonder why you haven't. Back then, King Missile and REM, I knew people were wise to question hypocrisy, mythology, and philanthropy bullshit. But once it's been proven beyond a reasonable doubt that the Lord's Prayer is perfect and the people that stand up for it are eternally perfect, it's kind of stupid to keep selling music for money and products for money and being a philanthropy gimmick. You guys be like, fucking what Shaquille O'Neal called Dennis Rodman. You're a gimmick, right? You're a circus act. Mm-hmm. Yep, me and Hoss and Little Joe are gonna have to get you out of there so you don't get murdered, right? Or kidnapped or whatever it was. Remember that one on Bonanza? I guess not. Pretty little girl banana. All right, well, we'll talk in a few. Take about an hour and a half for this one to load. Because you guys are slow and a little crazy and a little stupid, but that's okay. I still forgive you. I still love you. Just fixing the technology because I'm the one who fulfilled the commands of Jesus Christ. None of y'all did in the 21st century. I done did it. All right. Love you very much.